Non-Western music reflects and expresses the diversity of the world's languages, religions, geographical conditions, social and economic systems, values, beliefs, and ways of life.
Each culture has its own characteristic instruments, performances, practices, tonal systems, and melodic and rhythmic patterns.
Non-Western societies also differ in the range of musical styles.
Some have only folk music, and some both folk and popular music, and some have complex classical music as well.
Thus, non-Western music can offer a wide range of listening experiences and cultural insights.
Join us as we explore the world of non-Western music in sub-Saharan Africa, India, and Japan. Let's go!
The African continent, which is more than 3 times the size of the United States, can be subdivided into two geographical areas, North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. Now, we will focus on the music of the Sub-Saharan Africa, which they sometimes call Black Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa, which is environment and culturally diverse, has several thousand people with different religions, social customs, and ways of life. They speak over 700 different languages. Music permeates virtually every aspect of African life. It is used to entertain, to accompany dances, plays, religious ceremonies, and magic rites, and to mark such events as birth, puberty, marriage, and death.
Rhythm and percussive sounds are highly emphasized in African music. This emphasis reflects the close link between music and dance in African culture. African singers use a wide variety of vocal sounds. Even within a single performance, a singer may shift from an open relaxed tone to one that is tighter and more constricted. Much African vocal music is characterized by a performance style known as call and response.
There are also a variety of instruments and instrumental ensembles found in Africa.
They use idiophones such as bells, rattles, xylophones, and lug drums. They also use membranophones like drums with stretched skins or other membranes, and aerophones and chordophones.
Sub-Saharan Africa is rich in music. Their music making is social activity in which almost everyone participates. It is a part of their culture and tradition. Thus, every generation has a very important obligation to teach and pass the next generation of the gift of music.
Musical tradition of India, which includes folk and popular music, dates back over 3,000 years and are thus among the oldest in the world. Between the 12th and and 16th century, India classical music developed two distinct traditions. Karnataka music of South India and Hindustani music of North India, an area that now includes Pakistan. Indian performers consider their music spiritual in character. One of the most important musicians, Ravi Shankar, said, "We view music as a kind of spiritual discipline that raises one's inner being to divine peacefulness and bliss." Musical traditions are transmitted orally from master to disciple.
इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक जो है और आर्ट फॉर्म जो है इट्स अ ओरल ट्रेडिशन. वो किताब में नहीं लिखा हुआ है. सो लाइक द कॉम्पोजिशन एंड ऑल आर प्रॉब्ली सम 600-700-800 ईयर्स ओल्ड जो आप सीखते हो, और वो किसी बुक पे नहीं लिखा हुआ है. सो इट पासिस टू द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. नाउ to do that, just learning that art is not good enough. You have to embrace the entire tradition.
Improvisation has an important role in Indian music. Before being allowed to improvise, young musicians must study for years and practice many hours a day, mastering basic rules and techniques. Improvisations are generally performed by a soloist and a drummer. Indian music is based on the human voice. Instrumentalists often imitate a vocal style of performance. Composed pieces are songs performed by a singer or an instrumentalist, with the instrumentalist imitating vocal styles. In Indian classical music, melody is created within a melodic framework called raga. Ragas have many extra musical associations. Each raga is linked with a particular mood such as tranquility, love, or heroism.
The sitar is the most popular chordophone of North India. It is a long neck lute with 19 to 23 movable frets. The highest aim of our music is to reveal the essence of the universe. It reflects. Through music, one can reach God. This spiritual emphasis is reflected in the text of South Indian songs, which have religious association. Indeed, music is a gift given by God, that we may give it back to Him by reflecting His glory through it.
The rich culture of Japan embraces both folk and tradition of classical music that goes back over 1,000 years. Traditional Japanese classical music includes sacred and secular works, theater music, vocal and instrumental music, and works for orchestra, chamber ensemble, and soloists. series of cells of nylon that are stretched over a hollow soundboard about 6 feet long. Like Buddhism, woodblock printing, and much else in Japan culture, the photo originally came to Japan from China. It was imported sometimes between 650 and 750 AD, along with Chinese and Korean musicians who came to play Japanese court orchestra. Songs that use traditional Koto musics were composed during the Edo period, in the year 1615 until 1868, when the capital of Japan was moved to Edo, which is now called Tokyo.
来たるエビ染めのこちき
The koto is used for solo and duets, for vocal accompaniments, and in combination with one or more other instruments.
今よ色の優れたるとは姫君のご領なり
Music indeed is a gift from God that all of us should enjoy. We may have different musical styles as we belong to different tribes and tongues, but one thing is for sure, we all share one goal in making music. That we may give glory to our God and that we may find refreshments for our soul.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिम्
Whether in Western or non-Western countries, music forms a special part in our daily lives. May we not forget to take part as well in doing our best to make it alive for the next generation and the generations to come.
Thank you.